I was horrified to hear strange noises coming from the walls of the hotel. To get a better look, I took out a lighter and held it close to the vent. To my shock, there was a pair of eyes inside. I was so terrified that I fell straight to the floor, but before I could recover, a burst of laughter suddenly came from behind the wall. I opened the door and went to look for the staff, but all of a sudden, the entire hallway lost power, leaving only the emergency lights on. The blood-red light looked like fresh blood. At that moment, I felt someone breathing behind me. So I quickly turned around, but there was nothing there. Terrified, I immediately backed into my room. After locking the door, I dragged over a chair and jammed it tightly against the door. I kept staring at the vent on the wall. Then I comforted myself by thinking the vent was too narrow for an adult to crawl through, so I decided to check out and leave first thing in the morning. Late that night, the door lock suddenly started twisting violently. Then the next second, the refrigerator moved slightly. A hidden door silently opened. The intruder stared at me on the bed, trembling with excitement. I suddenly woke up in shock, feeling that someone else was inside the room. But when I looked around, I found nothing. So I slowly shifted my gaze toward the bottom of the bed. I carefully lowered my head and saw that there was nothing under the bed. I finally let out a sigh of relief, but I had no idea. The intruder was already standing right behind me. A strange smell suddenly rushed into my nose and mouth. I immediately realized it was a hallucinogenic drug, but I did not panic. Instead, while the other person let their guard down, I kicked hard and easily took down the person in front of me. But right after they fell to the ground, I started feeling dizzy as well. A violent spinning sensation kept hitting me. Loud crashing sounds echoed through the room. I suddenly regained a little consciousness and realized there was more than one enemy. A person jumped down from the narrow vent. Then the person did not stop. They directly moved the refrigerator aside. Only then did I finally see a hidden hole behind the wall. Right after that, a third person crawled out from inside. I desperately crawled toward the bedside lamp, but the drug was getting stronger and stronger. In the end, I still passed out before touching the switch.